Nothing in this city has gone on longer on a continuous basis as the Independence Day Parade. 102 entries this year. They'll traverse the traditional 2-mile route, more familiar, Bob, than what we've had in the last couple of years. Of course, the parade canceled last year, but in the last 2 years, we were situated in front of College Park Center on the UTA campus, but it's back to the old route, which begins at Mitchell and Doug Russell Street, makes its way to the north, takes a right on Abram as we get a drone view for the first time ever, looking down above, looking to the south. Some of the UTA campus, here's Cooper Street to the far north, and then it takes a right on Center Street and back to the start-finish line.
You can see, going back to the original route, John, the spectators are dispersed a little more evenly. Everybody gets a good view of the parade. I'm sure you'll see the toddlers on Dad's shoulders at some points. We have a bunch of pop-ups to keep the sun out, even though we haven't seen much of the sun yet. It's always a good idea.
There's the First Baptist Church. You saw Mission Arlington, and Bob, again, a view that we've never seen. We can see how dispersed the crowd is on Abram Center, Mitchell Street, West Street, Spaniolo Drive, and the other intersecting streets around the area. After the pandemic that canceled last year's parade, I think it goes without question that this may be maybe the most anticipated event for parade lovers in years. The 246th birthday for the good old USA. I want to thank our sponsors before we get started, and we're much indebted to our sponsors each and every year: the City of Arlington, UT Arlington, Allen and Bonnie Pesh, Candlelight Inn, First Christian Church, Dodson Commercial Real Estate, Help Center for Lgbt Health and Wellness, Texas Appliance and Builder Supply, Johnson Development Corporation, Box 4, June Owens, Christ Embassy Arlington, Engraving Concepts, Methodist Mansfield Medical Center, Downtown Arlington Management Corporation, Precision Press, Your Tees, Arlington Board of Realtors, Jeannie and Will DeKine. We'll talk more about them as we see their entry. Smart Arlington and Live Arlington Productions. I believe there's more sponsors than we've had in the last couple of years. You know, the drone coverage, Bob, they had to get clearance from DFW Airport in order for it to fly and show the view from well above. Also, the FAA had to sign off on it, but I like it.
It's an absolute different perspective, something you're not accustomed to, and it certainly adds a different element. I'm eager to see how it looks when the floats and marching bands come down.
See the Levitt Pavilion, their summer concert series still going on strong. It's a flag-waving day on this July 5th. This is recognized as a federal holiday. There was never a parade on a Sunday if it falls on the 4th. That is why this event is taking place on Monday the 5th. Next year, no problem, the 4th of July will be on a Monday. A lot of homeowners along this route have a tradition of hosting parade parties on their porches and lawns. In fact, there's one senior citizen who has seen every parade but one. She rents her house, her former home on Center Street, but requires that renters allow her to sit on its front porch once a year just for the parade. Is that tradition or is that tradition? A lot of spectators claim to have seen all 50 parades. The Knights of Columbus hold the record for having been in every parade. Think back to 1965, 1966, the population of this city was about 55,000. Kids who watched it or maybe participated are now volunteers. There you see part of Abram Street, which has been around before 1900. It certainly did look like this in 1900. It was once State Highway 1, and at one time served as a route for the interurban streetcar line. There's the Levitt Pavilion. They're about 2 deep on the south side of Abram as you look to the west. So here we go, just about set, the Arlington Police motorcycles. First of around 100 entries in the Independence Day Parade. The golf carts clearing the path on Abram and Center Street, that intersection in front of the condos. And downtown living, which has increased every year.
There's your drone shot.
There's the right-hand turn. That's the Seguin cheer squad. They'll be the first of 6 bands and drill teams. The first Arlington police motorcycle hit the streets in 1912. Back in those days, mostly Indian brand motorcycles, but today it's the big Harleys, the Harley Davidsons. They support the patrol division, conduct many escorts, direct traffic, perform traffic enforcement duties. They're led by Dickie Hill, a former UT Arlington and All-American football player. Dickie Hill, drafted by the Chicago Bears, traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. He was an Irving High grad, played for Chena Gilstrap at UTA. He's been on the Harley, Bob, for more than 40 years. Has helped lead the parade for the past 35. A name synonymous among Arlington police officers. Color guard right behind them. They're maybe 100 yards from our vantage point, but what a great shot. You can see everybody lined up to the west. Color guard established back in 1986.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
There are PA announcers, groups of 2 spread out along the 2-mile route. There's a look at some of the parade t-shirts. Nice logo this year, the Statue of Liberty and the Life, Liberty.
Good morning, everybody.
And the
Welcome
Pursuit of
to the
Happiness logo.
56th edition of the Arlington Independence Day Parade.
All right.
Up close and well, look at Arlington's finest.
They've come a long way from those Indian motorcycles.
They were loud.
The theme for this year's parade is Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Happiness, and we're so glad you're all out here with us. I'm Jay Warren, the Director
There's a police color guard established
of Arlington.
more than 30 years ago.
And I'm Shonda Music. It is so great to see
Always
all
at
of you guys out
national,
here
international
today.
events
Now, this is dedicated
and ceremonies to honor fallen officers.
treated and
And Bob, there's the parade banner and this year's theme.
The banner's carried by the members of the General Motors United Auto Workers riding team. This is their 29th year carrying the banner. Team members are employees, retirees, families, and friends who work at the Arlington GM plant. First car rolled off the assembly line in 1954, and now it's the only GM plant that produces their large SUVs, the Cadillac Escalade, the Tahoes, and the Yukons.
Here's the Seguin High School cheer squad. The spirit of Juan Seguin High School. Cheerleaders support, obviously, their school and the community. The Seguin Star Line, the award-winning Star Line, under the direction of Shaq Newton. Led by the captain in the blue hat, that was Jessica Estrada. And the Seguin High School Band, led by drum majors Inya Clements and Bianca Villagrana. This marks the 20th year of Juan Seguin High School and the Cougar Band. Proud to present their outstanding band, and again, the first of 6 bands you will see and hear this morning. We'll pick them up as they get a little closer. That's the Star Line. They won many awards in jazz, contemporary, hip-hop, and pop. That Columbia Blue of Seguin. Okay, Bob, Seguin's first football game at Dallas Carter Friday, August 27th.
They'll be ready. I'm certain they'll be ready.
We had none of this last year. What a pleasant sight. All right, our Grand Marshals.
Here come the Grand Marshals, of course. The local ER and frontline health care workers. The staff that have served on the front line of the COVID-19 pandemic are our true community heroes. We thank them for saving lives and, of course, for putting their own lives on the line every day when they reported to work. The pandemic brought great loss that will not be forgotten. Our frontline health care workers and their loved ones made a huge sacrifice, and this is one small way we as a community can honor them.
You know, that's 16 months of work now, and it's continuous. There they are, the Grand Marshals of this 2021 parade. Mayor Jim Ross will be, well, there he is. Recently elected mayor, a Marine, former Arlington police officer, local attorney, and business owner. He's riding in a Rolls Royce provided by Sam Marquardt. He's the 28th mayor in this city's history.
That's quite the Class C ride.
And as the tradition goes, he will get out and present the Mayor's Award. The trophy is situated on a red table. It's brought to the new mayor, and he will give it to whom?
This is the Dragon Boat Festival Race for Education. The entry represents the dragon boats that are used in the Dragon Boat Festival Race for Education. This is the second year for the race. The event is held at the lake at Viridian on Saturday, September 18th. It's free admission for everyone. As you can see, they're ecstatic about winning the prestigious prize.
So this year's Mayor's Award has been handed out. They're happy. That was announced at 8:30 this morning. They pulled some entries out of the line so they could get near the front. Normally they would be entry number 84.
That's another instance where the volunteers are important. The volunteer judges scan the parking lot, judging all the floats and entries early in the morning before any tires hit the street.
So congratulations to this year's Mayor's Award. And the City Council and the Arlington Fire Department usually are close by. There's the Arlington Fire Department and their entry. Very colorful float you will see shortly. They've served 17 different fire stations within the city, serving 24/7. Not only do the firefighters put out fires, also provide medical response. City council members are there. Some of their families atop the fire truck. Helen Mosey and Raul Gonzalez and the other members of the Arlington City Council and the Arlington Police Department Citizens on Patrol. It's a brand new Ford.
That mobile volunteer programs empowers citizens to actively patrol their neighborhoods. They take steps to solve problems and prevent new issues. There's the fire department entry. They serve at 17 stations throughout the city, 24 hours, each shift every 48 hours.
Arlington Medical Response, 13 state-of-the-art vehicles they have, more than 100 employees. They've been around in this city for more than 10 years, locations in other states, over 30.
There's the Arlington Animal Services. Though pet ownership responsibilities shouldn't be taken lightly, each year the shelter takes in about 12,000 lost or abandoned pets.
There's a Live Pavilion in the background, the Dream City. The Arlington ISD, the one-room schoolhouse, depicts the theme of this year's parade. School board trustees and superintendent of schools and their families riding on technically our first float. Well, our second after the Mayor's Award. There they are.
I like the four-wheelers. And again, along the lines of education comes the University of Texas at Arlington. Every great city needs a great university, and we certainly have one. UTA not only serves our community, but the world, with more than 230,000 alumni across the globe. UTA is ranked among the top tier of national research universities by the Carnegie Classification of Institutions of Higher Education. UTA is also ranked #1 as a college for military veterans and their families in the United States. That's the second consecutive year they've won that. They're also 5th in the nation for diversity of undergrad students and have 16 graduate programs nationally ranked by U.S. News and World Report.
Entry number 19, that's State Representative Chris Turner, honored to serve the people of Arlington and Grand Prairie in the Texas House of Representatives. Representative Turner thanks the dedicated volunteers, his wife Lisa with him, and proud to say happy birthday, America.
And he's followed right by State Senator Beverly Powell. She's a representative of District 10. Includes Arlington, Pantego, Worthington Gardens, Mansfield, Fort Worth, the Mid-Cities, and other parts of Tarrant County.
Devon Allen, Commissioner, Tarrant County Precinct number 2.
Here comes the Candlelight Inn van, the oldest restaurant in Arlington.
Still get a pretty good chop steak at Candlelight. Nikki Kerr representing Candlelight, First Christian Church of Arlington. Wow, they picked up the pace. A late 50s Corvette.
And not alone, there's quite a few classic cars in there.
Old Corvettes, new Corvettes. There's a Stingray from about 72 or 73.
Great day to ride a convertible Corvette down Abram Street.
Well, I had one. I had a 1974 Vet Stingray. Took the T-tops off for a while, but didn't like the breeze that much.
Here's the Help Center for LGBT Health and Wellness. They're a first-time entry in the parade and one of the sponsors of this year's event. Help CEO DJ Johansson is driving the truck, joined by members of Help staff and volunteer.
All right, the Colts are here, the Arlington High School Cheer Squad, representing the spirit, pride, and the tradition of AHS. Sodas pop through. Bright, sunshiny morning right now. Cheerleaders love celebrating the 4th. Today on the 5th, Colt kickers also here. The drill team, the award-winning Arlington High Colt kickers under the direction of Jenny Knight and assistant Christina Aguirre. And the Colt marching band We'll hear them shortly. On the direction of Michael Haney, Nathan Burham, and Nathan Hervey, and also Brian Lowe. Drum majors Megan Krause. Cheer squad and all those representing the city's oldest high school. All right, here's the Arlington Colt Marching Band. Let's take a listen. Very nice. Arlington High begins its football season against Dallas Skyline. Our 6 high school marching bands this morning. Usually they have the misters, but you don't need them this morning.
Not a big call for it. There are a few out there.
Or not as many. They're about halfway through the 2-mile parade route.
The green and white certainly stands out among the red, white, and blue.
Fits right in. Future Colts, 9th, 8th graders maybe, 7th graders.
You've already got the spirit. Nope, they're not missing extra wheels. Those are the We Ride Unicycles of North Texas, a loosely organized bunch dedicated to volunteerism and healthy fun. WRUNT was started by a grandfather and grandson who have a passion for riding on one wheel. They encompass professionals, kids barely out of diapers, and everything in between. They've also been joined by the DFW Unicycle Club, and they're open to new members if you've got the guts to get on one wheel. Did you ever consider that as a hobby, John?
I watch it just like everybody else for a while. The dexterity left about 10 years ago. I have trouble with four-wheelers.
If I were to get on one of those, I'd need shoulder pads, knee pads, helmet.
Insurance policy.
That always helps.
The Arlington Board of Realtors. They welcome 2021 Chairman of the Board Dixon Holman and CEO Taylor Oldroyd. Arlington Board of Realtors has served Arlington and the surrounding cities since 1959. Over 3,000 members help families achieve that American dream of home ownership. Their community service foundation has helped over 70 homeowners make necessary repairs since 2009. Applications can be found easily at arlingtonrealtor.com. When you think about a home or property, think about a realtor.
That would be a nice lawn ornament on a new home there. Statue of Liberty.
They've already sold a house this morning.
Yeah.
They're on the job, waiting for a new tenant.
Here's Christ Embassy Arlington Church, part of a global ministry, Love World Incorporated, with a vision of taking God's divine presence to the nations of the world and to demonstrate the character of the Holy Spirit.
Well, we mentioned them earlier, the return of Arlington's own wedding float. There's Christ Embassy of Arlington.
Put a few hours of effort into that float.
Wow, that's nice. Very nice. Incorporating the red, white, and blue and reeled in a perch. Huge American flag almost stretching from curb to curb.
The walkers get their steps in at almost a 2-mile route in the parade.
There's Gene and Will DeKine. Their wedding float on July 4th, 2001. Army officers Jeannie and Will DeKine celebrated their wedding with the entire city by riding atop a float. And here they are in 2021, joined with their 3 daughters, friends, and family, many of whom were part of the original float. Jeannie and Will DeKine.
We mentioned earlier the Knights of Columbus have been in every parade. This is their marching unit and U.S. garrison flag. The Knights were recognized by President George H.W. Bush as one of his 1,000 points of light for their charity and community work. Last year, the Knights contributed more than $170 million to charitable and community initiatives and added more than 75 million volunteer hours to that.
Another year for them. We have a riding club next up. They're combining their entry with another one. 2x2 Riding Club, founded in 2006.
They're also with the Arlington Police Mounted Unit. The mounted unit is staffed by full-time and reserve officers who supply their own horses to ride during special events in Arlington and in the surrounding communities. Each of the officers and their horses receive special training to work as a team.
The GN UAW riding team been riding this parade the past 32 years. GM UAW riding team, they are here once again. There may be the most valuable player. There's the MVP, the Sweet Sweet, of any parade.
It's a big job and somebody's got to do it. Here's the
Arlington Colt football players, lineman, maybe a linebacker, entry number 38. The Arlington High School Alumni Association, that donated more than $100,000 in scholarships. Former Colts, the alumni band, formed in 2002. Won't be long before they see the practice field.
Those don't look like alumni to me.
No,
Just a wild guess.
they're behind them. They're juniors and seniors right there at the Alumni Association. And there's the band, made up of former Arlington band members, ranging classes from 1957 to 2019. Their goal to continue funding the Dean Corey Scholarship given to the senior who majors in music.
After A in the alphabet comes B. That stands for the Bowie High Cheerleaders. Their mission is to serve the surrounding community and support the Bowie athletic programs with spirit and pride. The joined by the Bowie Bells drill team, the award-winning Bowie Bells, led today by dance officers Amaya, Desiree, Paisley, and Gabriella, along with social officers Jennifer, Paris, and Tiana. Of course, they lead to the Bowie High Marching Band under the direction of Romaldo Solis. The band has an international reputation, having performed at the International Band Convention in Seattle, Washington.
Batiste driving a Ford Model A. Model A built from 1928 to 1931. Ford built almost 5 million Model A's. Very popular with the public. In fact, there's close to 1 million back on the road and still very popular. About 6 of them.
In good, great condition.
No breakdowns.
I like the wheel decorations.
Got to throw in a popular green color every now and then. Oh, those are in great condition, are they not?
They're spectacular looking, eye-catching. Here's the Arlington Sunrise Rotary. They meet every Friday for breakfast at 7 a.m. at Rolling Hills Country Club. They built the Dunlop Creative Playground twice and maintain it. They're also building an extended stay foster care facility in Arlington right now. They support Thornton and Anderson elementary schools and so much more. They invite you to come out early and have breakfast with them.
Did you say 7 a.m.?
7 a.m. Great way to start the day.
Ladies Auxiliary hosted the Cinderella Ball for the past 62 years. This year we have Miss Cinderella 2021, Francesca Brown, a junior at Arlington High, and our Miss Cinderella 2020, Maynell Cravens, a senior at AHS. Riding in our, well, they're matching vintage Mercedes. Ladies Auxiliary, entry number 46 in this year's Arlington Independence Day Parade.
Here's a little dog rescue of North Texas. They're seeking liberty for little dogs that have been abandoned or abused. Pursuing happiness is the goal of each. Driving this nonprofit is Cindy Golden, one of its board members, longtime parade announcer Donna Darovich.
All right, here's Mosler Shrine Carvettes, motorized unit of the Fort Worth Mosler Shrine. Support over 20 hospitals dedicated to medical treatment of kids under 18 who have suffered burns or experiencing problems. All this provided at no cost to the family. Popular entry, the Mosler Shrine Carvettes. They're little plastic fantastics, as we used to call them, in the form of bed old, but plastic fantastic. Well, here's former Mayor Jeff Williams and his family. They want to thank Arlington for their support, prayers, and encouragement over the last 6 years and look forward to many more great days in Arlington, former Mayor Jeff Woodlands. Bob, don't be surprised if he may seek a higher office sometime.
It could happen. He's well known and well liked in this area.
A circle of Corvettes.
Let's hope those two in the middle haven't broken down. It must have been their turn to be in the middle. Here's the Salvation Army of Arlington and Mansfield. It's a Christian church that is on a mission of helping those in need. The mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet human needs in His name without discrimination.
Next up, we have the Dfw International Airport, Department of Public Safety, firefighters, security personnel. They have that huge Oshkosh Stryker 5500 aircraft firefighting truck. Hard to miss that. You can hear it a mile away. They've been here and done that for a number of years. I want to thank the first responders and active and former members of our armed forces at home and abroad for their service. A lot of things the general public really doesn't know about sometimes.
Well, it's good to know that that vehicle is on duty when it is ever needed. Let's hope it isn't. It's nice to know it's there goes Abram Street. 54, the Vietnamese American community of Tarrant County. Been a part of Tarrant County for more than 46 years, and they're thankful for America for opening her arms to political refugees. They love America and hope to continue to contribute to the betterment of this great nation and great city.
Our number of entries right now, we're about halfway through this year's parade. A little over 100 entries this year. The Pirates of North Dallas. Captain Jack Sparrow and his crew of the mysterious Black Pearl sailing ship. This will be the third year the Pearl has sailed into Arlington and taken part in the parade. You can see many of the crew at Renaissance fairs and entertaining patrons. They hand out some of this booty, causing, well, to put it mildly, little mayhem wherever they go. Not on dry dock, they're sailing smooth through Abram Street.
You know, their favorite letters of the alphabet are I, and R.
I'll leave that. I wasn't going to say that. I'll leave that up to you.
I appreciate it.
Is that an audition? Is that?
I need my rim shot, please. Here come the Sam Houston High School cheerleaders. They're varsity, JV, and freshman girls. They're also followed by the Sam Houston High School Texans under the direction of Jasmine Duran and Elena Smith. The Texans were established in 1970 and have been a part of this parade ever since. It celebrated its 50th anniversary last year.
Second oldest high school in Arlington. They don't have to change colors to participate in the parade. They're always in red, white, or blue.
And of course with them is the Sam Houston Texan Band. They'd like to thank all the parents, staff, alumni, and community for all the support. The Texan Band is proud to represent the Long Tall Texans, present and past, as they celebrate America on its birthday.
Justin, Anthony, Chris, they'll play Lakeview Centennial. They're the first school to kick off the football season, August 26th. They have a number of games this year at Low Black Park. Okay, here's Wiley Antiques Machinery Society to restore some of these great tractors to as close as original. Takes a lot of time and a lot of money to restore these tractors, but the club proud of what they have done to this vital machinery over the years.
In the red, white, and blue right up to their uniforms there.
Perfect. Perfect coordination.
Our next entry is the Christian Classic Cruisers. They're a non-denominational Fort Worth, Arlington, Mid-Cities car club comprised of some 50 families with a passion for cars and trucks. With a valued commitment to Jesus Christ and a desire to provide Christmas to deserving children that might not have a Christmas without the funds and toys provided by CCC. Monies are raised by producing 8 car shows at the Birdville ISD Athletic Complex every third Saturday from March through October. As you can see, they have a variety of vehicles, and their shows are open to all classes, old or new, original or modified, car or truck. Club meetings are held monthly every second Tuesday at the Dixie House Cafe in East Lancaster in Fort Worth.
A sweet looking 55 Bel Air. A recent Mustang. You'll see a lot of those here shortly.
A diverse group. Chryslers, Fords, GMs.
Model Ts, Model As, Jeeps. We'll see the Vintage Chevrolet Club of America. Right here, there's a 57. Entry number 64, Vintage Chevrolet Club of America, Lone Star region, the DFW area. Roger Perez is the director. There's a 56. Late 50s pickup. You know, those things bring a lot of money now. Some of these late 50s and early 60s Chevrolet pickups, if they're restored right, could bring a lot of cash.
Well, the surprising thing is they're popular among the teen drivers as well.
There's a Chevelle from the mid-60s, 350, no doubt. Automatic. Monte Carlo from the 70s. Oh, the bumper on that thing weighed about 20 tons. Those steel bumpers.
Here's a group
very
that
heavy.
didn't get the memo on the red, white, and blue. These are the Mansfield Pickle Queens. They produce the world's only St. Patty's Pickle Parade and Palooza in downtown Mansfield every March. Next year's is set for March 18th and 19th. These audacious ladies love their kids, they value their community, and appreciate their men. And at the end of the day, they can laugh at themselves. Come to Mansfield for the biggest party in town.
Now that has gotten bigger and bigger every year, has it not?
And it certainly has. It's become a 2-day festival.
Always in mid-March. North Texas Corvair Association, founded in 1975. The classic Chevrolet Corvair was a compact car, model years 1960 through 69. There it is, maintains Well, it was the mass-produced passenger car with a rear-mounted air-cooled engine. It kind of had a funky gear shift. It kind of had a lever that you press up and down for the gears. But a very popular car for 10 years, and some of these can bring a lot of cash if they're restored right.
You don't see many of those on the road anymore. This is a real treat to see this many grouped together.
They support the current, past, and maybe some potential Corvair owners. Lady Liberty right there.
Here come the Metroplex Atheists, the oldest atheist organization in Texas. They've been in the parade 6 years and meet to socialize every Wednesday at Jay Gilligan's restaurant in Arlington.
You saw the Jeeps, and there they are a while back. It's a Jeep parade, a group of fun-loving Jeepers getting together to support surrounding communities and show off their red, white, and blue pride. If ever a parade were fit for a Jeep, it's this one. Always popular. They got the message, red, white, and blue. Very nice, very nice.
And with the message of beautiful weather to open the top.
Perfect. There's the Rockin' M. That could mean only one thing, that Martin High School is here. The Sundancers and Martin High. Introducing the 40th line of the Martin High School Sundancers and the drill team. Sundancers are under the direction of J.C. Hinkle. There's the Rockin' M of Pleasant Ridge of Southwest Arlington. Drill team, we'll hear the band shortly. We've had Seguin, Arlington, Bowie, Sam, and now Martin, the 5th of our 6 band and drill team units. There's the Sundancers, led by Officer Sophomores Lieutenant Trinity Drum, Junior Lieutenant Carolyn Height, Senior Lieutenant is Laura Morgan. Alyssa Hayes is the First Lieutenant, Captain Aisha Kelly. I like the color coordination. Martin High and Sam Houston, the 2 largest schools enrollment-wise in the city, close to 3,000. And getting in position, there they are, the James Martin High School Band, over 250. Their program has grown to the largest size in over 2 decades. Band right now is poised for its most competitive year ever, including a trip to the National Marching Band Contest in St. Louis, Missouri in October. A big thanks to the band parents, always ready to help get down the road for the Martin Warriors. Let's hear the 2021 Martin High School Marching Band. Football-wise, the Martin Warriors kick it off at Lake Travis, August 27th. Marking the high school fight song as they take a turn on Center Street. They'll head south back to the start-finish line. All right, Bob, here's a classic car if there ever were one, or many.
Well, as a Mustang driver, I certainly appreciate this group. The North Texas Mustang Club was formed in early 1982 by a small group of Mustang enthusiasts. Membership has grown steadily, and it's now one of the largest Mustang clubs in North America. It has more than 250 members. They welcome fans of all Mustangs, Fords, and Ford Power vehicles to join the club, whether they own one of the cars or not.
You know, I appreciate what you said. I had 2 Mustangs, and deep down, I guess I'm really a Mustang man from the mid-'60s.
Yep, that's a great era for them. We have a late model, and I got to drive it this morning. It's actually my wife's car, but I left before she did.
Arlington Masonic Lodge, Chapter 438, chartered in the late 1800s by the founder of Arlington, Reverend Hayter. Named the city after his hometown of Arlington, Virginia. The Masonic Lodge, used as the first school in Arlington, and the teacher was paid by the Masons. Long history.
Looks like they had a lot of hands in decorating that float there.
Are we having a good time today?
Hey, they're just getting started. Again, drone coverage that we've never had, as you can see them strewn through the parade route. A multicolored serpent. Looks like just a multicolored serpent of red, white, and blue.
Here comes the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation. For 20 years, the Air Power Foundation has been supporting programs dedicated to military families. Today, they're the proud sponsor of Arlington's newest neighbor, the National Medal of Honor Museum. The Medal of Honor is the nation's highest medal for valor in combat and has been awarded to just over 3,500 men and 1 woman who have valiantly served and defended our freedom. The museum is on a mission to inspire America by preserving these heroic stories and inspiring all Americans to find the hero within.
Next up, the Sikh community of DFW, representing the Sikh soldiers who laid down their lives across the world in wars. 83,000 turban-wearing Sikh soldiers were killed as Allied forces. Their regiment, well known as the Black Lions. The Sikh people belong to the Sikh faith, organized in India. They wear that turban headgear, a symbol of faith and honor, even under fire. A monotheistic faith, strongly believe in equality and service to others. Very proud unit, the Sikh community. I know they have a lot of Sikhs that attend the meetings that we have throughout the year.
They do. They were one of our award winners last year. Great spirit in that group.
Yes, there are more Jeeps. Military units to come.
I thought I caught a glimpse of those wheeling Elvi. Sit tight. Here come the Ellington Mustangs, a community organization composed of Special Olympic athletes. The Mustangs have the opportunity to participate in parties, picnics, and sports such as bocce, basketball, soccer, volleyball, track and field, cycling, and bowling. After taking a year off due to COVID, the Mustangs are pleased to be able to participate in Special Olympics and in our parade this year.
Here's entry number 78, Epic Waters Indoor Water Park. Introducing Waddles. That water park has over 80,000 square feet of water park fun. Epic Waters located in Grand Prairie. And right now, the perfect family destination this summer. Happiness is epic.
Up next is St. Maria Goretti Catholic School. For over 65 years, St. Maria Goretti School has educated our Arlington youth. As we celebrate our country, we look to the future as our students grow in the knowledge of truth, goodness, and beauty. Some come for the strong faith, some come for the safe environment, that everybody becomes part of the SMG family.
Arlington Today magazine, entry number 80, a 90-year-old Ford Model A with a Mustang CEO, or magazine CEO, who happens to be former Mayor Richard Green and his wife Sylvia. There they are. They're followed by Judy Rupe, executive publisher and former city councilwoman, and one of our Chevy Camaros. We'll see a Park Place Mercedes-Benz. Arlington Today continues to cover Arlington like no other publication anywhere.
Here's the Happy Times Clown Alley, 24-year-old organization that has participated in the parade during each year. Martha Miss Cookie is the president and William Weibo is the vice president. And the rest of the clown group are dedicated to the idea that all men and women are created equal.
North Texas Jeep Club hosts community setups, meets, and special club members give away events, and also a big Christmas toy drive in December. The North Texas Jeep Club. Some of the more modern Jeeps.
Multicolored as well.
A little bit more pickup.
If you weren't driving that neon green one, you might want to watch the speed limit there.
I know it's picked up the pace, but you want to leave a little clearance between the bumper and the front wheel. They'll be all right. Well, from a pretty good speed, Bob, to maybe a little slower pace. In a second, we're going to see the fabulous 37s. Nice decoration. Well done. Wheel covers, the back bumper.
Here's the fabulous 37s, the John Deere Model A tractors, owned by Christopher and John Naya and Brian Mosley. These are the favorite parts of their family's collection. Their farming roots go back several generations, and they enjoy preserving these roots. They've done a great job with them as well. They've participated in the parade for about 20 years.
They just plow through the competition. Well, here are the world-famous Wheeling Elby, Daredevil mini cycle riders extraordinaire, originally formed in 2005. Every rider selected for the stunt riding abilities, a high-speed art of racing to the edge of the apex. If you have the medal to be an Elby, you can find us the Wheeling Elby.
These are by far one of the most popular entries in the parade each year.
They're all shook up.
Here comes the Jaguar. That's presented by Brody Consulting. It's one of the original cars from the Austin Powers movies series. The Jaguar is owned by Paul Brody and Bill Brody. It's an Arlington staple, and the Brody family is always proud to take part in the parade.
What kind of a war? Jaguar?
Jaguar.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Well, we have the MWF Building Smith LLC, 1946 Willis Jeep. It's been entered in the parade by MWF Building Smith, LLC, driven by Mike Fairchild, is also a UTA professor. That Jeep had an American Eagle leading the way, and Uncle Sam manning a .50 caliber machine gun.
Here's the Vietnamese American community of Tarrant County and vicinity. They honor the 4th of July with much happiness and freedom. They're happy to be in America. They're wearing the traditional long dresses. Of course, the head protection is practical to keep the sun off.
They're walking into the sun. They're walking to the east, and again, that sunshine popped through about a half an hour ago. Beautiful, beautiful morning this July 5th. Arlington Civic Band playing below us, right in front of City Hall. Again, we're located, Bob and I, on the second floor overlooking Abram Street, a vantage point we've never had before. Parade winding to its end. Not many entries left. Dalworthington Gardens, DPS. Dalworthington Gardens, established back in 1934 at the suggestion of Eleanor Roosevelt. Dalworthington Gardens earned its name from a combination of Dallas, Fort Worth, and Arlington. Dalworthington Gardens, residential-wise, about 2,300. Prides itself on having one of the lowest crime rates in the DFW area.
That might be part of the reason they have a low crime rate. There's the citizens on patrol for Dalworthington Gardens. Here's the Tree Hugger Tree Service. Excited to be part of the parade for the first time. They're dedicated to caring for trees, the earth, and people. With ISA certified arborists, skilled and knowledgeable crews, and a plant health care program, Tree Huggers ready to care for any tree needs.
I've got a tree they could take care of in my backyard if they're willing to do a little work. Well, here's the Texas Search and Rescue, TXR, nonprofit first responder organization. Serves all the citizens of Texas. TXR provides some specialized service as ground search and rescue, swiftwater rescue. They also have canine search, drone, helicopter, and plane search and drive team. Their services are free to requesting agencies and staffed by volunteers.
Unit 49 from the Pantego Fire Department. Pantego Fire Department was established in 1949. It proudly serves the citizens of Pantego and Arlington. Their elected officials are riding on truck 49 today.
Just Serve, national website that invites community organizations to post local service opportunities and allow volunteers to search zip code by zip code for work on various projects. Just Serve, I believe that's her first time appearance in this parade. Could be wrong, but it may be the first.
6 million years old. From Shark Teeth to dinosaurs have been around in the area.
I lost a coin flip, so I get to pronounce this next one.
All right, that's all yours.
Dallas Paleontological Society. It's all about fossils. The fossils in Arlington are about 96 million years old. Fossils from the shark's teeth to dinosaurs have been found in the area.
I guess you could say they rock. Experimental Aircraft Association Chapter 34. They've been in Arlington since 1957. Their home is at the Arlington Municipal Airport. And it's a great program for building aircraft and educating old dudes and youth in the community on aviation. Never too old to learn about aviation.
Here's the Dfw Birthday Parades. They were formed at the beginning of the COVID pandemic to bring a celebration of joy and birthday cheer for children that couldn't have gatherings with families and loved ones. This group has done about 200 parades since April of 2020, and to this day they still parade around the Metroplex for kiddos that still can't celebrate with gatherings. That's a great idea, a great contribution.
The North Texas Jeep Club. I believe this is the Arrowhead chapter, is that right? Military Vehicle Preservation Association. Coming up here shortly. Some entries had to drop out, some have been added. And here's our final, as we look from above, our high school entry band and drill team. There they are, entry number 105, Arrowhead Chapter, Military Vehicle Preservation Association. Part of the International Organization of Private Owners of Historic Military Vehicles. All previously owned by military personnel and truly the workhorses of our soldiers. No question. Very accurate. Restored the way they looked back in the mid-40s. Well, we're getting down to the end, Bob. Here's our last high school band. They're here from Lamar.
And led by the cheer squad, the varsity, the junior varsity, and freshman cheer squads. The head coach is Colleen Bryant. The JV coach is Taylor Bentley. And the freshman coach is Ashley Watson.
The Bi Queens, the drill team, cheerleaders, and band.
That's an impressive shot in formation.
They're known as the North Star. Whenever you cross Division Street and head north to Lamar High School, you're going to the North Star. There's a drill team. They got a new coach at Lamar, Billy Skinner. Their football season, they'll play Euless Trinity August 27th, but right now, Bob, we're going to hear our final high school marching band this morning, the pride of LHS. it was more of a drum beat.
Here's an important part of the parade, the assembly area crew. This is where former parade president Kevin Donovan and volunteers from his family, the community, and board members bring up the end of the parade in a vintage fire truck. There's our president, Chris Pettit, communications director, William Busby, wearing the annual parade shirt, red, white, and blue, of course.
And that will just about do it. And again, Bob, after a year's absence, it came back bigger and stronger than ever. And I'll wait for another parade next July 4th, which will be on a Monday.
It's great as always to sit next to you, John. I can't imagine watching this parade with anybody better.
Well, thank you very much. But we all have to keep in mind what this, one of the most celebrated of holidays, embodies, and that is that freedom isn't free, and that we should all try to make democracy what it should be. Great parade.
Have a great holiday, Arlington and friends.
Again, our thanks to all the parade members, the City of Arlington, and everyone that coordinated this event. We will see you in 2022.